Okay everyone. Welcome back to my channel Fanime. Now in this video, Fanime will continue the latest spoilers for Swallowed Star Season 3, and this video is just footage or illustrations. Okay. Let's get straight to it. While Luo Feng was in the Pacific Ocean receiving and organizing a large amount of inherited memories, the people of Earth were experiencing many rapid changes. The monster swallowing incident, when the golden horned beast was first killed, caused the Thunder Dragon Emperor to be frightened, so much so that it retreated. As for the subsequent rise of the golden horned beast, it did not order other monsters to attack human society, so the Thunder Dragon Emperor and other sea monsters would naturally not initiate attacks. Their intelligence is very high. If a powerful swallowing beast was about to die, who would dare to attack? Since that battle, technically each country's losses weren't that bad, only losing 8 heroes. Hong, Thunder God, Mo Henderson, Eastbourne, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi, Sokolov and Luo Feng. These 8 would be called the most elite 8 in humanity. 6 of them had died, only Hong and Thunder God were still in a coma with no brain activity. The Dojo of Limits and the Thunder Dojo were 2 great powers in the world. Who wouldn't envy them? These 2 powers, they were even stronger than the 5 countries. With Hong and Thunder God around, they could naturally take care of everything. But now, the floodgates are opening soon. Hong Ning Headquarter City. Inside the ship's headquarters, 3 guards and 5 investigators gathered in a meeting room. Now that virtual space has collapsed, every star traveler and war god warrior has formed their own group. Without 2 heads of direction and leadership, the loose organization of the war god's palace has disintegrated. What should we do next? A black man in a white robe said nervously. Every war god has an awareness sensor helmet. Allure, who was wearing a mask, said worriedly, their subconscious mind is still willing to enter the palace of war gods. However, his head was currently in a coma, so the AI automatically closed virtual space, meaning no one could enter the palace of war gods. The most pressing issue right now was to immediately rebuild the virtual space. As if Luo Feng had died, Babata wouldn't have bothered serving humanity. In the same way, Hong, currently in a coma, didn't know whether he would wake up or die, so the AI system that only responded to Hong's commands wouldn't bother wasting energy to maintain the existence of the War God Palace. Palace of War Gods, the connection between Star Traveler warriors and war gods was severed. The shape of the whole world is becoming more and more chaotic. Power level only. There were still some people out there stronger than the 8 people in the Dojo of Limits. For the 8 of them to completely control the Dojo of Limits, to restore it to its former glory and authority, was extremely difficult. And the scariest thing is, if 8 of them didn't work in harmony, it would become even more troublesome. Yangzhou City, Mingyu District, living room on the 1st floor of Luo Feng's house. Luo Hua was sitting opposite a golden-haired man. Master Luo Hua. The golden-haired man sighed, I am good friends with your big brother, to be honest, with great regret. However honest, I respect him very much. I believe many people from other countries really respect him and remember him. However, the threats facing humanity have not disappeared. We don't know when the sea creatures will start attacking again. Luo Hua nodded. That's why the right use of resources is so important. The golden-haired man looked at Luo Hua. I want to buy some items from Lord Luo Hua. Oh, what do you want to buy? Luo Hua maintained his smile. As the CEO of an investment company, Luo Hua was much more mature than before. Mu Ya Crystal, Liquid Silver Robot, etc., the golden-haired man emphasized, our HR alliance will definitely pay a high price, high enough to pay you. Saying so, the golden-haired man took out a book containing drawings from his chest pocket. These are special items that HR alliance has. There are also some company shares, housing and land, etc. This is definitely very cheap. Mr. Luo Hua, you can easily become the economic dictator of the district. The golden-haired man smiled. Luo Hua received the book and flipped through it. It was indeed very alluring. Back when Luo Feng abandoned his survival, along with 5 other people headed to the Pacific Ocean, he had given his family many preparations and back roads. Luo Hua only needed to take a little from his possessions to easily control the district's economy. This HR alliance was prepared to provide some foundation to Luo Hua. 5 days ago, the leaders of my country came here. Their prices were also great. Luo Hua looked at the golden-haired man. Before you came early, I just received a call, it was a mercenary group. Luo Hua shook his head. Wei Nuo's representative after all. I'll tell you, no deal. Apart from selling a little to my own country, I will not sell anything to other groups. The golden-haired man's expression changed. He was a star traveler who had personally come to talk to Luo Hua. The respect given was enough. The main thing was that Luo Feng's influence was too great. If he dared to use force, the entire world would denounce him. After the catastrophe passed, humanity had immortalized 8 heroes, appointing them as gods. But for these countries, the dead do not pose a threat. That was why, no matter how high they were placed, it didn't really matter. As for Hong and Thunder God, they were already way up there before. Master Luo Hua, calm down. Wei Nuo said solemnly, your brother's shining glory may protect you now, but his fire will be extinguished one day. The most frightening thing is that the doll carries the gold brick. Sooner or later it will be robbed. Thank you for your concern. Luo Hua laughed. Let me introduce you. Number 3. Su. A black silhouette appeared in the living room, making Representative Wei Nuo startled. What appeared in the room was a huge black metal robot. This is something my brother left at home. A robot to protect my family. It was obtained from ancient ruin number 12. Luo Hua looked at Wei Nuo. Luo family, don't need other outside forces to protect us, we have our own strength. I also know, many people all over the world are just itching right now, but our Luo family has no intention of interfering in any of that. When my brother left, he told me. Luo Hua smiled, whoever dares to touch the Luo family, just kill them. Representative Wei Nuo's expression changed. Also, I thought I'd mention that this robot is one that even my brother isn't a match for, Luo Hua said. That's right. This metal robot was made of black yttrium. Even Luo Feng using hybrid copper essence flakes couldn't harm it. One of the robots was damaged by the golden-horned beast's golden horn. Only such an attack could damage its internal control system. And on Earth, no human was capable of such an attack. It was meant to be said. Hong, Luo Feng and Thunder God, even if they were here and alive, facing the impenetrable metal, would not be able to do anything. Seeing the Leave representative, Luo Hua standing at the window watching, he squinted. HMPH, after my brother left, they came one by one like hungry wolves, observing what my brother left behind. That's right, the total number of Muya crystals left by my brother is 60 years old. You all want to get it? HMPH, in such chaos, whoever dares to cross the line, I will use him to set an example to the others. In space far from Earth. Quiet space, ancient existence. Suddenly, space started to warp like waves. At the same time a silvery gray disc-shaped ship flew out. The waves in space started to dissipate. This ship floated in that space. Captain, Captain, we have escaped, we have escaped. Ha ha, we have escaped. Ha ha. Some of the humans inside the ship shouted excitedly, speaking one of the countless languages of the human universe. Ship control room. The 8 crew members were very excited, standing in front of the main control, wearing silver-gray battle uniforms, with an average height of 1.9 meters, tall and handsome. Their ears were pointed at the tips. The one with shining red pupils, a handsome middle-aged man, he was the captain of the scout ship. I never thought there would be a wormhole here. The captain revealed a vicious smile. When the ship's B-class power crystals run out, it should not be able to travel in the universe anymore. Ditching efforts, he managed to dive into an asteroid field, and in it actually plunged into a wormhole. Haha, this wormhole portal, who knows how many light years away. Except for a group that, within that vast asteroid field managed to enter the same area, otherwise they would never be able to catch up to us. Atuka. The captain shouted. Captain. The figure of a small child appeared on the control screen, shouting back sharply and sharply. Hurry up and note down the location of the wormhole. Our star map completely missed that marker. Obviously, the entire Black Dragon Mountain Kingdom is not aware of this wormhole. The captain was very excited. After that, determine our current location and immediately notify the clan. Yes. The little boy on the screen screamed loudly. Oh. A sharp voice suddenly shouted, Captain, this is the Milky Way Void region. What? The captain was shocked. Empty district, through universe travel, which has no way to create a marker, no way to enter, empty district. The AI system child shouted. Haha, Haha, we found gold with this. The captain was overjoyed. Go, let's go. A long time ago, this district was originally controlled by the Silver Blue Empire. However, since it was taken over by a very powerful warrior, that warrior even went to the Dark Universe and buried the space marker of this star field. There is absolutely no way to enter this star field. 30,000 years ago, there were stories about how this warrior had fallen. This empty district became a leaderless place. But the Silver Blue Empire, along with the mighty Black Dragon Mountain Empire, none of them could find this marker and enter this star field. Who knows? They would actually discover a new wormhole and enter this star field. Earth, far away in the Pacific Ocean. Who would have thought that the three natural techniques were like that? I can go back. I can see Shu Xin. I can see my children in the future. Luo Feng was extremely excited. Roar. Under the sea, the dark black golden-horned beast raised its head and let out a low roar. The roar created waves that rushed out and spread out, rippling into the surrounding sea creatures, causing many of the creatures to be shocked and explode. Luo Feng, according to your natural talent, I have already determined your training route. Babata said, you should focus on the special technique less than world god greater than and the normal technique less than absolute space greater than. These two techniques are a match for your natural talent, so they will be very powerful. Just stop here for the video. Write criticism and suggestions in the comments column.